right now.
Patrick Mahomes is basically God playing quarterback.
Chiefs Kingdom
Live!
They want it. They wanted it.
Now, when it's grim, be the Grim Reaper. And go get it.
That's the difference here right there, baby.
Yeah, we're not having a snowball fight.
He'll get handled when he gets handled.
The Lombardi Trophy has a red and gold reflection. Touchdown! Kansas City! One of the greatest duos in the history of the National Football League. Patrick Mahomes to Travis Kelce. Do it live! Let's go! You gotta fight for your right to party!
Let's go! We're cooking now, boys.
Howdy, Chiefs Kingdom. It's Wednesday. It's 8 o'clock. It's Chiefs Kingdom Live.
Oh, shit.
Thank you so much for joining us. If you would, real quick, if you wouldn't mind, before you forget, make sure to click or tap that like and click or tap that subscribe button. Maybe turn on those notifications so we don't miss you when we go live. Maybe tell a friend, tell a family member, tell some Chiefs fans too, if you wouldn't mind. Help spread the word. We'd really appreciate that. We got a good, fun show lined up. Chiefs are back, baby. We got people doing studies about the refs. That's how back the Chiefs are right now. We're going to talk about just an insanely fun, huge win against a really, really good Detroit Lions team on Sunday Night Football to get the Chiefs back to 500 with the hapless Las Vegas Raiders on deck coming to Arrowhead. That's looking like that could be a bloodbath there. So we're going to break it all down. Make sure if you got a comment or a question, you throw it up in the chat. Before we get into the show, Nick, how we doing tonight, man?
I mean, Chiefs made it through the first tough part of their schedule and the injuries. 3-3. Patrick Mahomes is like the odds-on favorite to win MVP, and he's getting Rashee Rice back. So I'm doing pretty good, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing real well. I'm excited. That was a big win. So I'm really looking forward to talking about that one. Bo, how are you doing? Looks like you got your new digs set up in the background there.
Dude, I just moved into this house and this was set up like this. It was awesome.
Okay.
What a find,
Good
right?
house.
No,
I'd buy that house too.
hey, take my money, right? No, doing good. Avoided all the storms in southern Colorado. Like the town we just bought some property in got washed away this week, so we got out of there just in time. But hey, here in Salt Lake with you guys now, so yeah, life is life.
Awesome. Yeah, let's just get right into it. Chiefs win on
Let's
Sunday
do
Night
it.
Football. That's a really good Lions team. A team that had won 4 straight games, a team that people were saying was the best team in the NFC, if not in all of the NFL, the way they've been playing and scoring points. Chiefs win 30-17. Bo, just overall thoughts and how it felt watching that game, man. That was fun, wasn't it?
No, yeah, I mean, a little concerning, man. The first half, you know what I mean? I thought it was going to be neck and neck the entire way. That game was like on a razor's edge the entire time, right? They looked kind of unstoppable. That first drive, they come out and waste like 9 minutes of the first quarter. Just like, oof, this is going to be a long day, right? And it kind of looked that way to the first half. And, series of events happened. We'll get into it, obviously, but yeah, it's a couple of fourth down stops, gave us the ball and allowed us to score once before the half and right after the half. And right after that, kind of seemed like easy cruising. So, fun game to watch. Wasn't as stressful as some of the other games this season, but there's also some stuff to point out. I think we'll get into that a little bit later, but no, great game. Super impressed with the offense. I feel like we're finally rolling, right? Like this is kind of the stuff we were talking about. Once we get some of our weapons back, you're going to see the next level Chiefs. And I think we're kind of getting a sneak preview of that this week. And then, hey, Rashee Rice is coming back this week, right? And like, everybody's saying, I don't think he's the best receiver. I don't think he's going to make like the biggest impact on the team or anything. But like, look what Xavier Worthy did for us coming back, right? Immediately changed the tempo, the cohesion, and the fucking upbeatness of the team was there, right? As soon as Worthy got back. So I imagine we see a little bit of the same with Rice, right? I don't expect to come back and just kill it with like over 100 yards and a couple tugs, but I think he's going to be a huge factor coming into this next week. But our offense is rolling, defense rolling too. Really liked what I saw out of our linebacking crew. Yeah, overall, nothing but good thoughts on this game.
Nick, how'd you feel? Overall thoughts about the game?
Yeah, look, I echo a lot of what Bo said. It's funny how your expectations change as a fan, right? Like, because we used to have just like the worst defense in the league, and now like I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, our defense isn't getting pressure, and they don't look good, and the Lions are moving the ball, and then like it's halftime, and we're like, they only gave up 10 points. So maybe I should like readjust how I view the defense, because I think they've been excellent for so long that maybe I'm a little overly harsh on them when I'm looking at and scrutinizing their play. It could have easily been a little bit more points there with that weird trick play that they got the call right, but we've seen that go the other way where they're like, oh, that actually was an illegal play. But so I think that it was a good team win, and it's really exciting to see the 2023 offense look like it's coming back with like the 2024 and 2025 defense.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, dude, if they can maintain this, it's like shut the league down time. It's like, dude, nobody's going to beat them. You know what I mean? If they can score 30 plus points with that defense, then I really I don't see how they're going to lose maybe more than one or two more games the whole season. It's obviously a long season. A lot of things can happen, but getting one of their weapons back, I was just like super encouraged watching that game and excited for the rest of the season.
Yeah, no, definitely. I went to the game Sunday night up there at Arrowhead. Went with Laney. So
nice.
It was like the perfect game to go to. It was a night game. It was warm, but there was a nice breeze blowing, so that you didn't feel like hot or sweaty or anything. And obviously, being at night, no sun. I had an awesome, badass light show at the beginning that kind of rolled into the player introductions. Comes out, little adversity early. Chiefs get down, but then they come right back and answer, right, and get the lead. Never relinquished the lead at that, and then kind of pulled away and won comfortably at the end. You don't get too many more games that are like that, that have like that awesome mix, of all the different things.
Right.
Wasn't a nail biter at the end. Not a whole lot of stress, no anxiety, no fingernail biting. So awesome time out at Arrowhead. The offense and the defense, outside of that 10-minute drive to start the game, where you looked up at the clock and I was like, does that say 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter? Holy smokes. But after that, they kind of buttoned it up. And the Chiefs, they were close on that opening drive, the defense was, right? They kept getting them in third down, but they couldn't get off the field on third down. So that was a big part of what took so long and allowed them to eat up so much clock there. But they kind of got that figured out as the game went on. And just so much to talk about defense and offense. I don't know where you guys want to start. You guys want to talk about the defense first, the offense first?
Yeah, let's talk about the defense first, because I feel like
All
the
right.
offense had a hell of a night, right? And so right. Defense, as you were kind of alluding to, right? Like kind of a rough start, but man, dude, you got to tip your hat to Spags, right? Like he has the ability to just tweak and like rework a game plan mid-game better than anybody out there. We went, like you were just mentioning, that like almost demoralizing drive. Like, dude, 10 minutes in the first quarter, your first drive, right? Like, man, the Arrowhead was so quiet, as noticeable on TV. The commentators say something, right? And they're doing whatever they want at will, running 5-6 yards, little dink pass over the middle, anything, you know what I mean? And their ability to adjust to that was just so impressive, to where at the end of the game, they're going down to a chance to like tie it, maybe like, make it a nail biter like you're talking about. 3rd and 1. They go with a passing play, and like the Lions' MO is run, right? So like like the contradictory from like the first drive to the last drive was just, I really have to tip my hat to Spags. To make the Lions abandon their run game was something I did not have on my bingo card at all. Like secure the first down and then maybe throw it. Like, I don't know. It was wild to see him throw it twice on 3rd and 4th down when they only needed a yard, right? So huge tip of the hat to the defense in that aspect. They just completely dominated their run game. It was awesome to watch.
Yeah, we talked about it on the show last week. That was going to be like the key for the defense, right? The Lions,
right?
Yeah, they score a lot of points, and they definitely have got some weapons with Laporta and St. Brown and even Jameson Williams. They can throw the ball, but their offense, like the engine that drives that offense, is the running game and Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery.
Right.
To hold Jahmyr Gibbs under 4 yards a carry, to hold Gibbs and Montgomery under 100 yards combined, man.
Yeah.
You just can't say enough about the effort and the game plan. And it was just Spags, he does that, man. Like, he does it in season. He does it like in game. Like the defense gets better as the game and the season goes on. And he kind of watches and sees what the other team's doing maybe on that first drive or two and just adjusts and puts the clamps down on people. Nick, the defense, I mean, we've kind of talked about them maybe being the Chiefs ace in the hole in the AFC, right? The Bills, their defense is looking suspect. The Ravens' defense is in shambles. Just how good were they, man, and how impressed, and what stood out to you?
Yeah, look, we've said it week after week that having a good defense, it just lowers the bar or lowers the entry fee to winning, right? So kudos to them for their adjustments that they put in, like Bo said. A couple of things that stood out to me is like Nick Bolton tackled Jahmyr Gibbs with like one hand.
Right.
He got behind the line, and I don't know, dude, like I bet you if you talk that to Jahmyr Gibbs, he's like, yeah, I've never ever had someone tackle me with one hand. So just the effort on that play was huge. He, to not only get in the backfield with the running back, but to get him down, right? We've seen a lot in the past where, guys get back there, but they just can't get to him, right? It's one-on-one with a premier player. I'll also say that after being maligned the week before on a 3rd and 10, I know Omenihu is the one that probably got the sack, but Chris Jones really blew up that 3rd and 10, forced the Lions to punt. And then that was when the Chiefs were able to really kind of put the game away after that drive and really go and just really cruise for the rest of the game, man. So there's some great individual efforts. Drew Tranquil is a beast. That dude just like makes so many big plays. Like Tame. He just like those two guys are just they're like Dirty Dan reincarnated, for the Chiefs. Yep. Both of them. I just feel like they just have a nose for making big plays when they need it on defense, and just really like our cornerbacks for sticking, like they've got some elite pass catchers, man. It was just really impressive to see them hold a team that was averaging over 40 points, I think, over the last few weeks, to 17. So it was impressive to watch them really just like clamp down in that second half and just like really not give up much of anything.
John C. bringing up Leo Chenal in that linebacker group too, having himself a hell of a night stuffing the run. Man, he was just finding his way through the seams there.
Man, not just that. There was a play where they got the ball open to St. Brown, right? And he caught it in the open field, and somehow Leo Chenal like got the angle on him and was able to hang with him and ran him out of bounds for a very short gain on a play that very easily with a lot of other defenders, right? Could have been a big play where he gets around the edge on him. He
covered him a couple of times that night too.
Chenal is such a versatile guy. Like, you can go in there and stuff the run, but that guy can go out there. He had the one-handed interception against the Ravens a couple weeks ago that really turned that game around. That guy is turned into a real fine player, man. I mean, Drew Tranquil, Nick Bolton, and Leo Chenal is a hell of a linebacking core, right?
Yeah.
Insanely good.
Yeah. Athletic, bloody strong. Those guys, Chiefs bloody grass. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Jameson Williams had some nice plays, and he had the one semi-long, what was that, about a 30-yard touchdown catch. But really, I mean, to hold St. Brown under 50 yards receiving, Laporta had a couple plays. He had an incredible touchdown catch there later in the game in the back of the end zone. Catch, yeah. But really, outside of a few plays there here and there, the Chiefs secondary really kind of put the clamps down on the Lions receivers and the passing game, which when you're stuffing the run the way you are, right, that kind of takes a lot of pressure off the secondary. Nick, overall, I mean, Chiefs defense, they've shut down some really good offenses so far. The Ravens, they're a dumpster fire this year, and they're at 1-5 or 1-6 now. But with Lamar Jackson, they were at least scoring points, right? Their defense has been
they're averaging 37 points a game, I think.
Right. The Chiefs, I mean, they were able to stifle that offense. They were able to stifle the Lions. That unit, man, like how big is that moving forward for the team?
Yeah, I mean, you look at some of the games that we have. I know that Buffalo's middling right now, but I mean, look, Buffalo does this every year where it's like they just have some head scratchers and then they turn it on. They always play well against the Chiefs. So we got the Bills offense to contend with later. We're going to be playing the Cowboys, who they're kind of like the Chiefs of old without the wins, right? Where it's like they can score a bunch.
That's a good way to put it.
It always seems to give up like more points than they can score, so they just can't outplay their defense. So I think that this is going to be huge for us. We also are going up against like the Broncos twice. The Broncos defense is really good. I know that the Jets suck, but I mean, when you hold a team to net negative passing yards, right? Like in a game, like that's us having a good defense on our side to help account for that if they are able to slow down our offense. I just think it's going to be huge for the rest of the season, man. We've seen the frustrations with a team where we have a good offense, but the defense just really can't hold their own. And it seems like right now we got both. So I'm really encouraged. Good to see this unit gelling. And if we could just get a little bit better pass rush without having to blitz, right? Then I'd feel better.
Yeah.
But overall, there's no major complaints with this group.
Bo, Chiefs, do you think they have the best? Do they have the best defense in the AFC? Can you say that at this point?
I think it could be easily argued that they're in there, top one, 2, or 3, right? Like it's still a little early in the season to be like definitive answers, but I mean, yeah, they're a force to be reckoned with, and going forward, I think that's. I mean, if you look historically at like what like Nick was pointing it out, we've had cases where we've had an awesome D and like the offense let us down, and you're like, oh man, it's just that offense. But like right now, John C was putting it, everybody's hitting on all cylinders, right? So like to have your D clicking when your offense is clicking is just perfect timing. And if you look around the rest of the NFL right now, most of the really good teams right now are almost a one-trick pony. Like their offense is really high scoring or really good, but then their defense sucks, or completely vice versa, right? Their defense is winning them games. I feel like if you look at the Chiefs, like right now, like, oh damn, they have a top 2 defense and their offense is scoring 30 points a game right now. Woo! Like that. I mean, just the optics alone kind of sends shockwaves to the NFL a little bit, right? Like, oh great, they're back. Here we go. So I think yeah, just that demoralizing aspect of it's going to be huge for us.
Yeah, if they're not the best defense in the AFC, like you said, they're a top 2 or top 3 unit most likely. And when you match that up with the way the offense has been playing and the level Patrick Mahomes has been playing, which we'll talk about when we get to the offense here before too long, they're definitely the most balanced team in the AFC. And that's what you want, man. Like you want to be able to score points, but you want to be able to stop teams. And defense, there's that old saying, defense travels, right? You go and play in the Broncos, their defense, if they're going to hold you down and scoring and be tough to score on, to have a defense that can go out there and match it and make it just as difficult on them when their offense maybe isn't as high flying and they don't have a quarterback like a Patrick Mahomes or some of the playmakers. Man, this team right now, and look, like Nick said, it's early and it's hard to bring that same intensity and that same level of execution every game. But even if they can just get close to the way they played on Sunday night, and even going back to that Ravens game a couple of weeks ago, hell, even the Jaguars game, the defense was making plays, and we talked about the effect of the officiating and some the turnover, right, the pick six. The Chiefs looked really good in a lot of ways against the Jaguars. You take away the mistakes, right, and the mental errors and the turnovers, and you get what you got on Sunday night, man. And that was just a complete team and a complete win, man. A 2 touchdown. I mean, I know 13 points isn't exactly 2 touchdowns, but basically a 2 touchdown win over a team that a lot of people are saying is a Super Bowl contender, man.
You were kind of dogs going in there, like it was home field advantage, but they had us at like 2 points, right? I think,
right?
Maybe
somewhere there,
1.5.
Right. Yeah. No.
So, a 14-point win says a lot in that circumstance, I think.
Right. So, Yeah, hats off to the defense, man, and Spags and hanging in there. And like you said, Bo, after that first drive, had to be, I don't, maybe demoralizing is not the right word to use, but to be able to just shrug that off, right, and move on and really just,
right, yeah,
really just shut down one of the best offenses in the NFL from that point forward. Really, really impressive. Got to talk about the offense too, right? I mean,
they're pretty good.
Another 30-point game. Should have been 31, right? I talked to Butker and with missed extra point, but they also kind of sacrificed some points by going for it on fourth down and field goal range. Easily could have been in the mid 30s. Nick, the offense, I mean, what did you see that you liked the most maybe out of them? What stood out to you?
It feels like Patrick is confident and he's not looking over his shoulder and he's not looking to bail, right? So it feels like he's just really feeling settled in and locked in. And I think that makes just a huge difference for the entire offense. I mean, there's just the guy he keeps making plays that are just unnaturally good plays like every week. I mean, he had kind of like Hutchinson 360'd him, and it's like he kind of came right out of it 360 no scope almost right to Brown for like a long completion, right? So I'll say that. One of the other things that stood out to me in this game is there were a couple of times where I've seen receivers drop balls where they look like they're going to drop the pass and then they caught it, right? And that was encouraging, right? Kelsey had one on a third down where he bobbled it and ended up catching it. And then that touchdown that Hollywood had was, I think it was his second touchdown. It was like a very awkward looking catch for somebody that was that wide open, but he held on to the ball, right? So the receivers are holding on to the ball. We're not suffering drops at crucial times, and Patrick looks comfortable. And I think that makes a huge difference, man.
Yeah, Hollywood Brown, the player you're talking about, he's kind of like carrying the torch from Tyquan Thornton, just falling down every time he catches the ball. I don't know. Guy had 2 touchdowns.
As long as you catch the ball.
4 or 5 catches.
He had a good sideline snag too, or he did
he did.
Toe drag and everything.
Yeah, just having a little fun with Hollywood Brown there. An awesome game. Bo, I mean, what stood out to you? What did you like, or what was maybe you're most encouraged about with the offense from Sunday night's game?
Yeah, couple of things, right? Like Josh Simmons not playing and seeing Jalen Moore step in and just absolutely crush it,
right,
was, I feel like, a big testament to what Nick was saying about Patrick Mahomes' confidence, just being able to sit back, find his guys. I think he did a stellar job. Looking at John C's comments here about the power polls and Chiefs not even in the top 10. I don't know if you guys saw what Spags said about like PFF rankings and stuff. Like, you got guys out there, don't know what they're watching and they don't know what they're being coached. So it's good to see Spags address like how bogus some polls are, man. But no, I really liked that O-line. It's a good feeling to have when you're like worried about the depth that you have there, and then you see the depth, and you're like, oh, we have a ton of depth. And Josh Simmons isn't gone for injury or anything like that, just personal reasons. So hopefully we get him back soon. So it's just nice to know that your O-line's intact right there. But what I really, really love this game was the deployment of the bootleg. I don't know if you guys saw that so early on, man. Like, I don't know why I'm such a fan of it, especially with Patrick Mahomes. I feel like it's just his MO. It's his wheelhouse. When he gets out there running to be looking for receivers, the defense is already just like in panic mode, like, shit, 15's taking off. What do we do, right? They can't communicate in real time. It's so loud. And you can just see how he can just pick apart defenses, whether he wants to throw it or run it. His running to me is a little shaky. I love that he's running. I love that he's scrambling, doing efficient. Yeah. If we could just eliminate those hits a little bit, I'm completely cool with the game plan they're employing. But huge fan of that bootleg. A little surprised we didn't see Tyquan Thornton this game. I don't know if they're saving his juju for later on in the year, or like they're ready to get Rashee Rice in the mix, get people thinking about him, and then throw Tyquan in there as like, just I forgot about that guy. But gotta say we didn't get to see him, but man, our receiving core just, you guys kind of mentioned it, just crushed it too. The solid group of guys, I again, just really like I said this last week, I like the fact that we're not spreading it around to 12 guys. We have a solid core of guys that we're getting it to, and they're being effective. Don't have to rely on all these like third stringers to come out and make some plays. So it's very, very rewarding to see.
Yeah. I think the Tyquan Thornton is a little bit of other teams' defenses have some tape on that guy, and they've been watching him be the guy that's burning everybody. And so he's probably drawing some more attention, which
exactly
is drawing attention away from other guys. I don't even think he had a target in the game. But look, man, when you got Kelsey going out and doing his thing, and when you got Hollywood Brown out doing his thing, and you got Xavier Worthy doing his thing, a couple nice pass plays to the running back, Smith. You're right. They don't have to spread around to like 12 different guys and slog it around with a bunch of guys that you didn't even know were on the team 2 weeks ago. But they do have enough playmakers, though, to be able to like not have to rely on one or two guys either, right? So, the offensive line definitely is coming along and giving Patrick more time. You saw that and some of the deeper plays and guys. Patrick has enough time, right, for some of the guys to get open downfield. That's also pulling the defense back away. And when there's guys covered, Patrick, like you said, he'll just pick up 5, 6, 7 yards, maybe get a first down, or maybe turn a 2nd and 9 into a 3rd and 1, right? And so there's just it's looking like they've got a lot of ways to advance the football down the field, and a lot of ways to hurt defenses and to score points. Definitely exciting. It all starts with Patrick. Nick was talking about Patrick Mahomes. He's like, I think you said he's the odds-on favorite right now to win MVP.
Plus 200 or something like that.
There was a show that's been saying he's been playing MVP level for 3 or 4 weeks now. And what was the name of that show again?
Here it's pretty awesome.
This one?
Right. And look, the results weren't there and the team wasn't winning. And so that unfairly, I think, gets blamed on the quarterback, get on Patrick. And when you look at the metrics and the numbers the guy was putting up, I mean, he was carrying the team on his back through those first few games. Look, they didn't have Rashee Rice. It almost seems like 2 seasons ago that Xavier Worthy had a separated shoulder and left in the 3rd play of the game. That guy's back now here less than a month later and making plays. That move he put on the defender at the goal line where he shook the guys when he tried to jam him to get open. And it was great. Mike Tirico, when I was watching the replays after I got home on the old phone there, and they showed that play, and Mike Tirico was like, Mahomes licking his lips like when he saw the defender miss the jam on Xavier Worthy, like, that's a touchdown. You could tell Patrick knew instantly that was going to go in and get 7. So offense, man, looking really, really dangerous. Bo, I mean, Patrick Mahomes, nobody, I guess maybe you could say Baker Mayfield to a certain extent is having a good year, but I mean, he's on a different level right now, isn't he?
Oh yeah, completely, man. Like it's hard to just sit here and just like think of all the good things he's doing. I mean, fastest to 300 touchdowns, right? Just continually setting records.
That's every game.
Like you said, some sort of taking games and like putting them on his back. The fact that he's like the leading rusher, it just shows you like how much that guy wants to win. And it's, dude, it's like I just can't be but grateful that he's like existing in this timeline as me right now as a Chiefs fan. It was just such a long drought of not having this just continual greatness, right? Like you've seen guys have spurts. Like we've had weapons come in like Dwayne Bowe or like, Jamal Charles and stuff. They just come and go. But like for this one just to last how it has and just been continually great. It's just been such a great just experience as a Chiefs fan. But yeah, this season, man, absolutely crushing. Like I said, I love the scheme that we're running. I love the play calling that we're doing. Normally that's one of my biggest frustrations. Scott and I can debate about the 1st and 10 run up the middle. Actually, we're starting to agree on it. I'm getting old of it. But like I said, like everything we're seeing, dude, I love how they're using them. I love that they're using them as a running quarterback. Nick kind of alluded to it last week. Maybe we might see a quarterback sneak out of them this year. I don't know. They're starting to. I feel like they're starting to let them open up and like really just be a true QB1, man. Like go for it. Here we go.
I mean, if they're going to let him run options at the 1 yard line, why not let him QB sneak it from the 1?
Exactly.
Scott's like,
that's a weird
the option doesn't put you in contact with like 14 players, right? I get it, but
it doesn't put you at the bottom of a mass of humanity. But yeah, no, look,
Patrick did that in a brawl at the end of the game, dude.
I'm not saying that
kneecap came out unscathed.
I just think it's one of those things where when the play happened a few years ago in Denver, that was just like they were done with the quarterback sneak at that
You
point.
shouldn't have done that either, Bo, because I mean they're instructed to bite kneecaps supposedly.
Right.
So.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah. No, he's been awesome, man. And just throwing the ball, decision making. The guy's on pace right now to have like 40 plus combined passing and rushing touchdowns with 6 interceptions. I mean, he's looking like a 42 or 43 to 6 ratio is what he's on pace for right now. With Rashee Rice coming back, you got to think that the touchdown numbers are going to continue to go up through the air. He's just we talked about this. This is a few years ago. The same thing. When the team started slow, that was more or less because the defense was struggling, right? I want to say,
yeah,
the Chiefs, they started 2-3 or
3 and 4.
There,
they went 3 and
maybe,
4. I mean, I feel like that was like,
and it was because the defense was like couldn't get off the field. And people were saying, "What's wrong with Patrick?" And that was also when we had the Butterfingers guys out there that couldn't catch the ball and were tipping passes up for pick sixes almost every week, it seemed like. That guy, you can count on 15 is going to show up, and you can count on him to just – the guy makes throws and plays multiple times every game that you might see most other quarterbacks in the league make once a year, if that. He's just special, and it's so much fun watching the guy play. That pass out there to Kelsey on the flat where, like, he waited for the defender, like, to look down at the ground for a split second and then just, like, zipped the ball right past him. Perfect throw to Kelsey. Man, some of the plays that guy has been making are just simply amazing and incredible. And I just, like you said, Bo, the Earth's 5 billion years old, and we just happen to be in this little 8-year window of time where Patrick Mahomes is the quarterback of the Chiefs, and we're Chiefs fans. It's amazing.
Chris Daly says, "What's up with all these bad teams losing to good, or excuse me, what's up with all these good teams losing to bad teams? Like,
it's a weird
hey man, we
year.
lost to the Chargers. It's one of those years,
right? Doing if you're in the CKL, if you're in the CKL Pick'em League, like, you know how hard it is to pick the games this year, man. One team will win by 30 one week, and then they'll lose by 23 or 24, 27 the next week. I mean, it's a crapshoot in the NFL so far this year. They were showing the AFC standings. It's like the Colts are the 1 seed and the Steelers are the 2 seed, and the Chiefs are down there not even making the playoffs, and the Bills are like – the Patriots are winning the AFC East right now, and the Bills would be like the 5 or the 6 seed. I think you're going to see some normalcy return when it comes to some of these perennial teams that you expect every year to be in there. But it's like week 1 just like hung around until week 4 or 5.
Right.
Super unpredictable. But yeah, Bills
lost
2 in a row.
Huge shout out to Casey Johnson real quick. You mentioned the Pick'em League and how hard it is to pick these. Crushing it. 63
every
correct.
Week.
Every week. I think I'm just going to go in and see if I can see what they pick and copy them. But
you can't. I already looked. I already tried that.
Tim Ragsdale in second there. David Barnett third. Dude, you guys have crushed 60-plus picks already. Doug right there. Big Doug, 60.
Big Doug.
And Laney, 61. Why is this not in order? Oh, there it goes. I had it filtered wrong.
They know how to pick the games.
You guys are crushing it. Well done. I'm at 50-something. Where are you at, Scott?
I'm not sure.
I'm way down there because I didn't pick the first half of the first.
I think I'm there in 58 or 59 maybe. I've had a couple of weeks where I had the most wins, and then I've had some weeks where I picked 5 games right. So really hard to go week to week. But back to the offense, man. I feel like we got to talk about Travis Kelce and his age and what he's doing. He's on pace.
TMFK, baby.
He's on pace right now to get close to 100 catches, 900 plus yards again at age 36.
All right, now.
Travis Kelce, he hasn't obviously been lighting up the opposing defenses, and we haven't seen him have like a game where he's got like 140 or 150 yards and 2 touchdowns or 3 touchdowns. But I mean, you can count on the guy to pick you up a few first downs on third down, and right now, 4 or 5 or 6 catches for 50, 60, 70 yards and a touchdown sprinkled in here or there. That's plenty, right? With what the Chiefs, what are the other players are doing on offense?
Oh yeah, and I'm looking for I think Big Doug was saying it here with Rashee Rice coming back. Like, I mean, that's only going to help Travis Kelce's numbers too, right? Like,
completely.
More weapons on the field. There was a screenshot. Somebody said, Kelce's old and slow. Then why did the Lions have 3 guys on him in the end zone?
I was just going to bring that up, dude.
Like,
yeah.
So he's obviously still playing at a high level as one of the best tight ends in the league at 36 years old. So I'm still ecstatic that he's part of our team and that he's out there, man. Like he's catching the ball and he's just really getting downfield. Like he's making them team tackle him, right?
Yeah,
he's starting on new heights where he gets stood up and he's like, and I see Trey Smith coming at me. I'm just like, oh,
Right.
all right.
I loved how they zoomed in on his face, and he's like, "Oh no,
Hang on to the ball." All right.
Just hang on to the ball. Yeah, he held on to the ball, right? So, yeah, it's great to see him getting some targets and making some catches and making some plays, man. It's just, dude, we got to enjoy him while he's still playing.
Right.
So.
Right. But the team's not depending on him to go out and have 10 or 11 catches for 150 yards, right? I mean, his role right now is awesome, and he's on pace pretty close to have the production he had last year. Which, hey man, we'll take that, right, Bo?
He can still get open on third down. You know what I mean? That's
third down, right? He had the couple plays there where he ran up and was able to pick up the first down on third down. Bo, I mean, Travis, he's in a nice role, right? And what he's given the team might not be the number 1 tight end of the league like we were used to seeing for a decade plus, but still a damn good player.
Still arguably top 5 tight end though, right? Like he's just not the number 1 receiver in all of football, right? And like it kind of reminds me of when people were giving Mahomes such shit for the last 2 years because, obviously the offense wasn't as high flying and everything, but you're like, dude, we're still winning games. Mahomes is still crushing everybody. Like you see what this guy does and like, yeah, but he's not throwing 50 yards for 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns and everything. And I think like Travis Kelce set his own bar so high that you're like, he's having a stellar tight end year so far, and everybody's just like, but he's not competing. Right, yeah, he's not competing with all the receivers, So it's just it reminds me of that so much, to where it's just like, yeah, let the media talk about that, let people worry about that. He's still crushing it for us. He's still such a reliable option, still a beast, right? Like he was that close. Big Doug's mentioned that he landed on his head. He was that close to getting in the end zone, right? And I love those little reach after trying to right there, but no, I mean. As Nick pointed out, I was gonna point out the same play. Like if he's so washed up, why is it when it goes to backyard football, right? The scramble drill, everybody turns 87 and just runs to him, leaves Hollywood wide open, right? Like Nick, it was the most awkward catch for somebody being that wide open. But like, yeah, it's awesome to have him. He's still crushing it. I don't think he's lost a step at all, regardless of what the media says.
Yeah. Not needing to rely on him, right? That's the key. And with Rashee Rice coming back, he's going to take some passing away, but I also feel like it's going to like draw attention away from other guys. And like if you play fantasy football, you kind of see and like understand that a lot better. Like when you've got a guy and then all of a sudden the other number 1 receiver comes back, he's going to steal all of his targets. He's going to take his production away. That guy like draws attention away and makes it easier for the other people around him and for the other guys. So a lot of times adding a guy, I mean, it's like trading for like one of the best wide receivers in the league right now. And added the trade deadline, getting Rashee Rice back. I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, Travis has been really good. There are plenty of teams that would sign up for a 90 catch, 900-yard tight end right now in the NFL.
He's fourth in yards right now.
Yeah,
in the league.
I mean, right.
And for tight ends, I mean, if you'd say 36 years old, he's going to be top 5. Like I'm like, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, definitely take that. I'm not sure where Bo went there, but
yeah. Kevin talking about Lions media still whining about the refs. The Chiefs might be about to beat the Lions twice in a row. I'm thinking that they might be still, worried about getting bullied out there or whatever.
You're good. No, you're all right. Yeah. Yeah, look, I mean, it would be frustrating if the Chiefs played a team that got 0 penalties. Now, that doesn't mean they called 0 penalties on the Chiefs. I mean, there was 0 accepted penalties. I want to say there was an offsides. penalty there, and I think there was like a procedural one, but it was on a play that ended up not mattering, so I don't think the Lions took the penalty. But yeah, man, Lions are down bad. Go ahead.
Real quick, that the penalty that didn't get called, it was offsides on Chris Jones, right? How much better of a look is that watching Chris Jones be so eager he's offsides versus the last play of that Jacksonville game? And you're like, come on, dog. Let's do it, right? That's what we just wanted to see, just that, right? That kind of effort.
Right. Yeah. Chris Jones looking a little gassed earlier in the game too. You can see him down there on the field. He's like leaning over. He was like on one knee. And look, man,
a 10-minute drive is
10-minute drive, and when you're seeing as many double teams as that guy is, I mean, that's just
like
extra work.
86% or something like that.
You're having to fight through double teams over and over and over, man. Like your stamina is going to get taxed, and he had enough in the tank to make the. I mean, I don't know if you want to call it the game sealing play, but that was able to get the Chiefs offense the ball back in a critical spot late in the game for them to put it on ice and really like Mitch Holton says, put the hammer down, baby. The Chiefs used up all the clock and made it a 2-touchdown advantage there, 13-point advantage. I mean, we're talking about the offense and like Rashee Rice, man. Like what, Bo? I mean, playing the Raiders might not need him to come in and be
a warm-up game,
target hog and get 10 or 11 catches for 100-something yards. I mean, what are you expecting to see out of him maybe this first week or so coming back and like how much better is the offense going to look? I mean, can the offense look better than they did Sunday night?
Right, that's a good point. No, I mean, like looking back to like what he used to do for this team, I really feel like his biggest strength was yak. Like not only was like a sure-handed receiver and just big in stature and fast, right? But like his yards after the catch were so just amazing. Like he has such a great feel for the seams and where the open space is, and he hits it so quickly that like defenses can't do anything about it. And that was one of the things I just loved about having him on that field. He was almost like better at finding those gaps than Travis Kelce was, and Mahomes was starting to be like, okay, whew. I remember some of the highlights of him just being like, dang, these two are going to be dangerous. And then obviously the injury happened, but I'm really looking forward to getting that level of confidence back in the whole receiving core, that ability to, it's a six yard toss. Oh, he just turned it into a 23-yard gain, right? Like a lot of these guys kind of are having a lot of, not like difficulty breaking tackles, but it seems like 1 or 2 points of contact and they get down, right? And like Rice had the ability to really break through that and make defenses suffer. So I'm really thinking that that's going to be a huge thing. And then we kind of mentioned like his ability just to distract defenses, take their eyes off of other players. I think we see a lot more from Xavier Worthy and Travis Kelce because of that.
Yeah. Nick, I mean, you expect any rust maybe for Rashee Rice? I mean, he hasn't played a NFL game. I mean, he played in the preseason and he was in training camp. So, but I mean, coming off injury, coming off suspension. I mean,
it's been almost a calendar year since he's played, right?
Yeah. I mean, it was week 3 that he got hurt last year, week 4. I mean, he's coming back week 7. So, I mean, he's missed a full year of football. You think they ease him back in? Do you think he comes in and just gets the green light and is a full go right out the gate? What do you expect now to Rice?
Yeah, look, I don't think that they're going into this game saying he's going to be the number 1 target. But they're also, I don't think they're going to like treat him with kid gloves either. He looked good in the preseason. And what I'm really excited about is before he got hurt in year 2, last year, he was like Mahomes's best timing throw receiver, right? Like where you could tell that Patrick knew from where he was lined up and who he's lined up against that he's going to be open, and Patrick could get the ball off on time and he's going to catch the ball and then get the yak, right? So I think that, that's really what I'm excited to see is if we can get some of these, just like on time plays going, and that gets that offense running like clockwork, man. It allows us to, get those guys cheated up so that they've got to try to stop some of those like shorter throws, those quick slants and stuff, which then opens up, what we can do with Worthy and Thornton in the deep game. So I think that it just adds like a complexity to this offense that we need, like a fast guy that can, get open quickly. Hollywood Brown's done some of that, but he's great at catching the ball and he makes some really good catches at this, on the sideline and stuff. But when he catches those quick slants, when he gets hit, he basically kind of goes down, right? And so
Right.
somebody that can break those tackles and really turn something that's like a 7-yard gain into like a 20-yard gain every several catches, I think is going to be huge. But I would say that I'm guessing he's going to probably be in like the 5 to 7 targets range if I had to guess. I don't know what you guys think, but that's where I'd put him. If I was gonna have to put a number to it.
Yeah. I don't know how much they're going to need him against the Raiders. I think that's going to play into some of it, right? Ease him back in. You don't need to go out there and put a ton of pressure on him. If you've ever played sports, like the only way to get in game shape is to play in some games. So no matter how hard you've been working out or how hard you were training and training camp and off-season drills and working out at home, waiting for your suspension to be over, there's just nothing that can simulate game speed and get you in game shape other than just playing
that.
Like
an adrenaline dump too, game adrenaline. Just everything.
He's going to be excited, but I think the Chiefs, they try to get him a touchdown. I think they try to get him in the end zone. Right or wrong, I feel like a lot of the guys on the team felt like he was more severely punished than he should have been, or that they thought he should have been, or that maybe some other players were. We've talked about this, where we don't compare people's crimes, which ones are worse or better than the others. But there was a feeling, I feel, amongst the team, it seems like, that they not only just wanted the guy back because he's their teammate, right, or whatever, but I think there's a feeling amongst the team that 6 games was maybe a little bit too stiff, or maybe just like a stiff punishment that they hand down to him. So maybe they try to get him into the end zone, get his mojo back, get his swagger going. I'm looking forward to those, like Nick, you were talking about those quick hitters, man, where you can snap the ball and hit him 2 yards, 3 yards on downfield, because he can explode off the line of scrimmage, man.
Who was it in the Jags game that we tried that play and it just hit him right in the face? Was it Juju? Like they tried that quick slant for like 5 yards and just bam, right out, you know what I mean? That's the rice ball.
Right.
Bam,
Right. Yeah. Yeah, definitely looking forward to that element of the game. And it's going to make defenses, going to make them honest, man. And I think he's going to look good. I'm excited to get the guy back, man. Again, it's just like trading.
First game with 415. We're not mention that. You want to mention it?
Right.
It's your tweet, Scott.
The 415 area code is back. If you think about it, like Hollywood Brown was signed in the offseason before last year, right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a year and a half, a calendar year and a half, probably at least, that they brought Brown in to have Rice and Worthy and Brown. And this is the first game coming up Sunday where they'll have all 3 of those guys. Man, time flies, right? It feels like a long time, but it seems like it's right. Gone back now. Yeah. Again, things can happen in practice, or as we've seen, Xavier Worthy or someone go down the first play of the game, but they still they still technically would be on the field at the same time for the first time. So, yeah, man, excited about that. Patrick's got to be excited. I think you're going to see some opportunities, like you guys were saying, for the guys to get downfield, and defenses aren't going to be able to sit back on their heels. And
dude, it's no coincidence that
right? You saw it a bunch.
The Chiefs are getting their weapons back, and all of a sudden their offense is starting to light on fire. Like, I wonder why, right? And then you start seeing these announcers talking about, well, the Lions, they had some injuries and stuff. You're like, yeah, it's really hard to play through, huh? Yeah, like the past 2 years.
Right. When other teams have injuries, it's an excuse, and when the Chiefs have injuries or suspensions, they're washed, they're done. Patrick Mahomes not as good as he was; he's average.
Yeah, but even through the injuries, suspensions, and really kind of rebuilding the entire wide receiving core around him, Patrick Mahomes has still taken the Chiefs to 3 straight Super Bowls.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's wild. I mean, it's really insane when you think about it. If you think about who the team was, when they started the Super Bowl run versus now, especially on offense. I mean, outside of Juju, who we brought back, and Travis Kelce,
again, yeah.
Is there anybody else that's the same? Right? I mean, I guess Pacheco, but I mean, I don't think that we're sitting there like,
Right.
excited that Pacheco is still like the number one back, right? I mean, I like him as a person, but I mean, I was watching Bijan Robinson, and I was just like, oh, it's been a long time since I've seen like, like top
60
tier
plus
running
yard
back
run.
like on the Chiefs like that, right? Like, I mean, since
Yeah.
Kareem Hunt, before he went, before he got cut from the team.
Right.
So it's really impressive to think about, and it's like you said, Scott. It's just really exciting to think that like it's like okay, like just like you got the I don't know, you bought a new sports car, right? And then like you went to take it out, and like there was a big problem, and then there's like a recall, and
shop.
like it's like a back order, the parts on back order, right? And like the shit like is sitting in your garage, and you're just like, dude, like I was supposed to be out, and you're out driving your old Ford Pinto on the
Right.
highway, just pissed thinking about that car in the garage. And now you finally get to take it out, and so it's it should be a really good week for us, and we get to take it out against the Raiders, who
Man, they look awful.
haven't looked great. So hopefully it's I mean, these easy Chiefs games have been fun, man.
Yeah. I don't know, like you were talking about last year's team, and they obviously had the better start. They started 7 or 8-0 last year before they got the first loss of the season.
9 or 10, right?
Did the
And we
team
lost to the
last year? I
Bills?
mean, did the team last year look at any point like the Chiefs looked Sunday last year at all? I can't
during
remember
the
a game
playoffs
where they even during
the
the playoffs,
playoff
though,
little
they were
stretch we had,
closer
they
games, right?
looked pretty good.
And I mean, they handled business and took care of the Texans pretty easily, but it was it was a close, hard fought game against the Bills in the playoffs last year, and the offense still was moving the ball very slowly, painfully almost looking, right? But man, this team's looking like they might be better at this point now than they were last year. The record doesn't show that. Obviously, they were 6-0 at this point last year, but
I think
and they made a point of that. They made a point of that on the broadcast, right? They were saying like they interviewed all the coaches and teammates, and all the team was saying that they liked this team this year better than they did last year's team, right? Just as far as explosivity and talent wise and everything like that. And I kind of got to agree with them, right? I feel like you said like we're seeing it in the offense. They're scoring 30 points a game in the past and are winning games, right? So like we didn't really see that last year. They were winning games, not scoring 30 and super close ones. These ones haven't been close. So I tend to agree with this team looks a lot sharper so far.
I think they scored 30 points one time last year, right? There was a game, it was like an overtime game or something where they against the Buccaneers, I believe, where they got to 30. But other than that, I don't think they got to 30 all season except for that one time last year. They got 30 points in half the games this year now?
Right.
They got 30 to the Ravens. They got 30. Did they get to I can't remember the Jaguars. They didn't get to 30, but they missed a field goal, right?
Yeah,
or
it was
something.
27-30, I think.
Right. So they've already doubled the 30-point production from last year, and getting Rashee Rice back, man, that should only help start making that even a more common. So
thank you, one man. He said 9-0 start last year with the ability to, without the ability to get 29 points.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, I remember John V giving you so much shit because you would always pick over 30, and they didn't do it in like 6 or 7 games. And you're just
doing that to yourself.
I mean, they got to like 27 or 28 a few times. It wasn't like they were scoring 17 points every game, 15 points or anything. But I don't know. You get used to the team scoring 30 points regularly for 4 or 5 or 6 years. You just kind of like, it's hard to not expect it here or there. Also just trying to put it out there, right? Like just trying to put that good energy out there, man. Speak it into existence. If I keep predicting it, it's going to happen eventually. So.
Did you put it on your vision board?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, vision board. I don't think I have one of those. Maybe I need to get one.
Put 1,000 subscribers on there too if you build one.
I'm going to. Raiders game.
I'll start one right here.
This Raiders team looks terrible. They look awful. Geno Smith is completely fallen off a cliff from what he did when he was in Seattle with Pete Carroll. Now that he's on the Raiders, he looks like a completely different player. I mean, Bo, confidence level's got to be super high going into this game Sunday at Arrowhead, right?
Oh, yeah.
At home against the Raiders.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the highest turnovers in the league, right? I think they have like 2 interceptions a game, and like Yeah, like super high. My only fear is that it might be like a little bit of a trap game in the sense you're rolling into this game thinking like, oh, look how shitty they look how good we look, right? Like I feel like that's like kind of like the perfect prime for that.
A little overconfident, maybe.
But dude, like
Sunday's
this team, it's a rivalry for a reason. It's like, yeah, they've done some stuff to us in the past. We're like, no, we're gonna pay attention to every single time we play you now, and it'll get handled when it gets handled. A famous quote regarding this team, right? They've been awfully quiet this year, so I don't think they're not making as much noise for good reason. But super confident going into this week. Their offense has looked so shaky. The coaching has looked even terrible. Their defense, however, though, that looks a little impressive. That's like the only thing like kind of worrisome about that. Their front four are monsters, right? Yeah. So like I anticipate, Tube and Reed and everybody getting together, making sure that, you get quick balls out and don't let what's his name, Crosby, affect you too much. But that defensive line is the only thing that scares me. But other than that, like 90% confident level going into this game.
Brock Bowers is out. Jacoby Myers looking like he's going to be out.
Right.
Missing weapons. They're the biggest weapons on offense. Already struggling offense. Nick, confidence level going into this game against.
Yeah, I mean, super
Raiders.
high. Like I hear what you're saying, Bo, but the fact that the Chiefs are 3-3 and they're chasing, getting back into the playoff race, I think means that they're not going to be overlooking any teams. They're going to be looking to keep tweaking that offense too and try to get it right with Rashee Rice. So I think that you're going to see them really just try to execute it the highest level possible, right? I don't think there's going to be overlooking anybody this week, and plus it's the Raiders, right? Like I mean, Mahomes was talking about trying to talk about the rivalry with the guys on the drive today. I was listening to that while I was on my way home, and so I mean I know that the Raiders haven't, been good for quite a while, but there's still a lot of animosity between this team and that team, right? And they just remember the things like, the driving around the stadium and the Max Crosby, right? Like where he's like, just messing with Patrick after the plays and stuff, and
the Kermit
logo dance,
the Kermit doll, right? Like I mean, it's just there's just plenty of things where they're like, dude, like I just want to like beat the shit out of this team. Right. So like let's go do it, man. Let's just go do it, right? Like the defense should eat all day, and we just gotta execute on offense.
If there's any Raiders players watching the show, please feel free to stomp and jump on the logo before the game.
Please.
That was a fun game to be at. You want to talk about fun games to go to? Beating the Raiders by 3 or 4 or 5 touchdowns, it doesn't really get much better than that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Unless the Chiefs come out and turn the ball over 4 times or something like
15 penalties, you never know.
Misses 2 kicks and we get 12 or 13 penalties again. I don't really see much of a way the Raiders beat. I mean, the Chiefs. I know there's the divisional rival aspect of it, and division games are tough. I think Andy Reid's lost to the Raiders like 3 times since he's been here. The record against that team has been really, really good. Chiefs should just roll, man, in this game.
Big Doug saying the Raiders always play us tough, though, even in the years when they suck. I mean,
right.
Kind of true.
I understand John C's point there about staying focused, but like, I'm sure the team will be focused. I'm just talking about how I feel about the game. It doesn't matter. Like I can overlook the Raiders, right? And it's not going to make a difference. So I just don't see them having anything on offense to match. And could be Ashton Genty, the rookie running back. He's been, I'm not going to say a bust, but he has not been as advertised coming off. He won the Heisman last year, right? Or no, he was the runner-up in the Heisman.
Right.
Should have won the Heisman to Travis Hunter, who has also been pretty lackluster this year. So,
dude, even if Genty was like the generational talent, he's no Saquon. You know what I mean? He's no Derrick Henry.
Right.
He's none of these guys that we've faced.
The Chiefs just held Jahmyr Gibbs to 3.5 yards a carry, right? So
John C. Right now, I'll buy you a burger if that happens, my man. Mark it down.
Uh-oh.
50 burgers
50
right
burger.
in the first game.
I mean, it could happen. If they're going to score 50, they'd probably do it against the Raiders.
John C.
You know, Nick, you brought up the point of like the position the Chiefs are in, and like they're 3-3. They're not 5-1, you know, coming into this game thinking it is a trap game. And like, yeah, I kind of like overglanced that fact. And then the fact that Rashid Rice is coming back, I really feel like, yeah, this is a game to focus on. And I'm with you, John. So you just, you got me invigorated. Let's go. Burger time, baby.
Fire up the grill.
Fire up the grill.
John C., I'll get you a Kobe beef burger from wherever you want, man.
It's been a long time.
Grubhub it to your house.
It's been a long time since Chiefs got a 50 spot, got a 50 burger on somebody. It could happen. It could definitely happen this week,
I'll have like 3 burgers.
It could definitely happen. It's
what was the last time the Texans playoff game?
Yeah, probably.
Or was it that Rams game?
The Rams game was before that Texans.
That was before the Texans.
Was it?
Yeah, that was the year before.
Oh yeah.
It's in play. We'll just say that.
I would say it's back. Yeah, it's back on the table, right? Like,
right,
I mean,
yeah.
We weren't thinking 50 burgers earlier this season, but
right.
I kind of see it could happen.
Right. I mean, John C. is going there. I mean, let's just do some score predictions. I just don't know there's a whole lot of matchups or anything to break down for this game, man. I mean,
go. Get the burgers going, guys. Let's cook.
He's ready to cook up some 50 burgers on the Raiders.
Ready for it.
I mean, who wants to go first? Make sure if you're watching here, put your put your score up in the prediction up in the chat. Bo, you gonna go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. By the way, Lainey, remind me in the chat, did you not get the score prediction right for last week? She called an ass whooping, and I think she said 30-17.
I know.
Could be misremembering.
30-13. Well, we can go back and look.
We might owe them some merch because I think one of them got the correct score last week. But I'm going to take that same score. I'm going to go 30-14. I think we're just going to put it to them.
30-14.
Yeah. I think it's going to be one of those games. We're just going to unleash 4 touchdowns in one game, possibly by Mr. TMFK. I don't know. It's happened before. I don't know.
It has happened before.
Hey, I got the outfit on. Let's cook some burgers up. I hope 30's an underestimate there.
Right. Chef Bo. Nick?
Score prediction?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Chiefs 38, Raiders 10.
38-10. There we go. That's a 4 touchdown win.
Woo! Yeah. Let's go.
A little big here. I'm not going 50, but I'm feeling like they're gonna whoop the shit out of the Raiders. 51-20. Let's do it. Let's go.
I'll sign that, Chef.
Like garbage time there, right?
If that happens,
I'm gonna go 40-14. I think the Chiefs get to 40 in this game.
40-14. Let's go. One man show. 39-0.
39-0. Shutout. That's in play with the way the Chiefs defense is played and with the Raiders offense. Chiefs could get up early on the Raiders, man. I mean, Pete Carroll's an accomplished NFL coach, but I just don't see, like I said, like them having the horses to run with the Chiefs and the way the Chiefs defense is played, and how poor the Geno Smith has played and their offense has been, man. Yeah, it's
nice race car. I like it.
Yep, Bob's Burgers. There we go. Bo's Burgers.
I'll serve them up all day if we can get 50. Oh, let's
Dude,
go.
Can you post a cooking video wearing your stuff, Bo, if we get to 50?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Yeah, that's
clothing optional video there.
We might have to get some Bo's Burgers shirts in the works or something.
You got a Raiders fan in there.
We got a Raiders fan in the chat. Welcome to Chiefs Kingdom Live.
It tracks. You can't spell the words right. Yeah, that must be a Raiders fan.
What's the what's your score prediction? What does that say? 8-909?
8-909?
What's your score prediction? Who wins and what's the final score? I wonder if they've been watching this whole time. We've just been laughing and clowning. I'm completely dismissing the Raiders.
I mean, if you're a Raiders fan, you got to be used to it by now, right? Like,
if you're a Raiders fan, you got to be used to it by now. Yeah.
I mean, they haven't been good for a long time, bro.
And they were supposed to be better with Geno Smith and Pete Carroll, and they got Ashton Genty. We were just talking about him, the running back, and They started off. They beat
We're
the
gonna
Patriots,
lose, he
right?
says.
It was looking like maybe for a second, but
Well, at
they're
least we have a
gonna
good
lose.
faith conversation fan here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate you swinging by. Welcome. Any and all are welcome. Chiefs Kingdom Live. No doubt.
Hey man, we've been fans for a long time. We remember sucking.
So, we've been there. Yeah, we had the number
we
one
went
pick.
2-14 a couple times.
Yeah, Chiefs had the number one pick, and I still remember, like, I got tickets to a Dolphins game because the Dolphins were like 1-5 or 2-6 or something. I was like, we got a chance to beat them. Like, I'm gonna go. I wanted to go out to. I go to a game. I go to games every year, right? And like, dude, they whooped us. It was like 34-3 or something. They had won one game all year. And I was like, oh man, like, Chiefs, this is gonna be a long year. Like,
it was like 20 years ago. You guys were like, hey, Bo, you should come out for a game. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna come out for my first game.
right.
Just get demolished by the Colts, right? Just like, yeah. Been there, man.
Yeah, when I lived in Colorado, I went out to Buffalo Wild Wings to watch games because I didn't have cable, and it's Chiefs game like in Denver, so they don't have it like on regular
wasn't the
TV.
national prime. It wasn't the 3
Yeah,
o'clock.
it wasn't.
CBS,
it wasn't always on
national
Channel
game.
5 or whatever.
Right.
And like I remember, I went out and I was like sitting there thinking about while the Chiefs were getting demolished. I think it was like the Jaguars were just like stomping the shit out of us, and like there's another Chiefs fan there, and I looked over at him. He's like, they really make it hard to just watch them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Been there, man. The lows, and the highs of the highs, man. We've lived them.
What, man? Chiefs flag planner 2, construction company 0.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, dude, the Chiefs and the Raiders in the 60s and 70s, and then also, I mean, in the 90s, Marty, he made Raiders Week a big focus.
Right.
Those it's a great rivalry, man.
Friend of the show we've had on before, Joe Valerio, mentioning that like his hardest opponent was Howie Long on the Raiders, right? Going up against that guy. He's like, held that guy every play.
Yeah. Mr. Referee, he clearly was holding me on that last play. Joe Valerio. So, hey, man, I'm going to be honest. I've been holding him on every play.
Yeah. You see who it is right there? Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. So, I feel like we got to talk about the
scrum
crying, right, from the Lions and the national media again about the referees, and all of a sudden it's rigged again for the Chiefs, even though they're 3-3 and would technically be out of the playoffs right now. They're doing studies about the Chiefs, and like,
we're back, baby.
Yeah, I mean, it's just you don't.
Refs are in our pocket. We're back. We paid our dues. We literally paid our dues to the refs.
I will say, being at the game, that first sequence where the Lions had the ball right down there at the goal line, and they went for it on 4th and goal and didn't get it, but there was a timeout or something. So then they got another play, and they didn't do a very good job of explaining it over like the PA, right, when you're at the game, because you don't have the commentator.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
It's like they're lining up to go again, and it's like from the same spot, and I'm like, was that 3rd down or was that 4th down just now? Like, was I off by 10? Because I would have swore that was 4th down. And then they score a touchdown and they're celebrating. And then they did the offense is going back on the field. And I didn't see a flag. It did look kind of like suspicious, right? Or a little bit odd that they waited so long to throw the flag. So then the Lions are out there again. And I'm like, what's going on right now? Are they going for 2? Like, I look at the scoreboard and they keep changing like from back and forth to 6-0. But man, the Lions, man, and the guy hitting Juju after the game. I feel like the Lions are used to imposing their will and beating up on people, and they got a little taste of their own medicine, right, Nick? And that's what's driving a lot of the whining, the excuse making from their side.
I think there's a lot of people that they can cruise when things are going good, right? But they turn off the game machine Madden when they start losing, and they can't handle the adversity. And that's not the Chiefs. Like the Chiefs, they like don't get too high, they don't get too low. They just keep playing, right? And they really got in the Lions' heads during that game, and the Lions were not expecting that. I think they felt embarrassed. They the whole referee thing, like, dude, like when you lose 30-17 and like you're like, yeah, well, the referees, it's like, nah, man. Like, that
Well,
shit
too,
ain't the
like people are
referees.
There was
they
that
were-
one play.
right. Well, they were posting videos of obvious penalties, bitching that they called like the roughing the passer. I don't know how many times I saw Lions fans posting that video, and it's like, dude, that's clearly roughing
Dude, that's
the
like
passer.
the
man.
most
Helmet to helmet.
That's like a roughing
Yeah.
the passer call from the 90s. They would have
Right.
called that.
Right. It's not. It wasn't one of these. He landed on him with all of his body weight.
Yeah,
roughing
yeah,
the
no,
passer right as the ball was going away.
The most roughing the passer like call this year is that one. There's
and then
no
the pass interference they called against the defender on Travis Kelce,
where he's
Well, that
grabbing
was-
his jersey
that-
and keeping him
that
from running.
The ball wasn't catchable. I was like, well, because he was holding the guy, first of all.
Right.
Like, second of all, even if it wasn't pass interference, it's still holding an automatic first down. The drive was going to stay alive. I mean, you can't say that like the guy like wasn't holding him. It wasn't a phantom call. If you want to argue, maybe it should have been defensive holding instead of pass interference. But the way the Chiefs were moving the ball, I mean, it was going to be an automatic first down anyway. I don't like. Was there any just replays? I'm watching on TV. You get to see the replay, right? Was there any like calls that were like that egregious that were missed or called like one way or the other? I mean, I didn't see it.
Dude, when I watched it, right, like, okay, you described the first one, right, where they did the little trick play and it was a legal shift and they didn't explain it to you in the crowd. That one is just like, ugh, I can already see the arguments going up on
People are gonna be
Twitter,
crying
right?
about
Like,
that one.
it just, the optics didn't look great, even though they're right. It reminded me of the whole 1 yard. We get 1 yard on the rub route from the week prior, right? Like, it's just like, the optics don't look good, but when you watch the totality of the game, I didn't see anything where just like, oh, well, they missed that. Well, they missed that. And if they did, it was just like, well, okay, they're not calling holding on both sides of the ball, right? Like there wasn't this like
There
skewed.
was a lot of holding called on the line.
It wasn't skewed one way or the other, right? And like the more egregious penalties get called, and I like it that way, where like they let them play, and like yeah, it's a contact sport. There's going to be some contact, right? Like Chris Jones jumping off sides by a mile, yeah, super egregious. Flag it. Ultimately didn't matter, but like those kind of flags, I don't mind. But yeah. Sorry, I got dogs barking in the background
you're
here,
good.
kind of throwing me off and everything. But
Even the dogs are mad.
when
about
at
the
the
refs,
at the
man.
end of the day, right? How many games have you played in your life? If you're a professional football player, college, high school, you've seen the lot of bad calls, especially if you played high school or college football, right? Like they get even worse in those levels. So it's like, how embarrassing of a look is it to like just lose your shit that way? Just because of like, oh, they were bullying me, or they missed calls between the plays, right? Or just like, dude, you're not winning
when
anybody
said,
over.
he
I feel like, when you're
illegally
complaining
blocked
that way.
me in the back, which I could get hurt. And it's like, bro, you've been fined for illegal blocks on people,
right, multiple times.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Look,
he's like the most disciplined player in the NFL the last few years.
Yeah, look, it's very heartwarming and comforting to be back where you go online and you're just like, all the hate, all the Chiefs, like all the memes of, the fanfic fantasy of them, Mahomes kissing the refs. And I think one of the Lions defensive backs posted a picture of that online, like after the game. It's like, it's to me, it's like, I love it. I am so all about it. We go into the comments and there's the, I can't even spell refs guys that are like, ref show, like, dude, it just, I think it's
Those
awesome.
are Eagles fans.
Yeah,
there's a
EGLSES,
right.
But I just, it's a bad look for the Lions for sure. It's, what it reminds me of is that Texans game, right? Where
the coach was blaming the refs,
coach and everybody, and it's like, look, if you can't accept that you got beat by a team and they just beat you, right? Like, that's what happened in that game. Is the Chiefs just beat the Lions, and it wasn't anything other than that, right? Then like I think that you've got fundamental problems there that like are gonna impact you later in the season.
Right.
And so Dan Campbell, I guess he was saying something about how he was definitely told that the call came from New York on the play, and it's like, who cares where it came from, dude?
It was
like
a penalty.
it was an illegal play. Like, so you should get a touchdown because they didn't throw the flag right away. Like, I mean, I've seen them do this on intentional grounding and other penalties, like where they all conference and then they throw a flag, right? Like, and It's
Well,
like they got the call right though. Like when you look at the rule, they got the call right.
It happened so quick, right? Too was like part of it. The way the Lions ran it with him running up to center and then like not getting set.
They probably were like,
real quick.
They probably were like, wait, hold on. Like he ran out,
Yeah.
like, and they're like, did you see him get set? Did you see him get set? It's like, and they're all like, so people saying I've never seen that where they all conference up. And it's like, dude, like that shit happens all the time. Sometimes they pick up the flag, right? Like sometimes they go and they'll pick up the flag and they'll say, yeah, no, it wasn't a penalty because he saw that, this happened or whatever. But yeah, it's definitely a bad look for the team. It's hilarious when we see the fans like and people doing it online. I just like, I'm like, dude, oh, you're like the Chiefs are only good because the refs guy. Like, when you're on this side, it's great. I love it, man.
And I'm gonna give props to Lions fans, man. They were there and they were making noise in the stadium and they were all cool after the game and during the game, right? They definitely added a good atmosphere. I kind of root for the Lions. Team.
Were they doing the chop after the game, like the Bills fans?
I didn't see this. I didn't see any Lions fans doing the chop after the game, but
next time.
Like I like the Lions, man. And I root for them in the NFC, and I'd love to see a Chiefs Lions Super Bowl, man. Like, so this was kind of disappointing, but like, here's the thing too: is like, I think a lot of these teams and these fan bases and media like bought into and actually believed the Chiefs were washed. The dynasty was over.
Dynasty was over.
And now, like,
and
now they just came out and whipped ass on the team that everybody talked about being one of the better, if not like the best team in the NFL. And I think there's like a realization setting in right now for a lot of people that are like, maybe suggestions of the Chiefs' demise were premature, right?
Completely. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's feeding into a lot of it. There was a guy online that was complaining about the refs and the whatever, and his show was called the CDS Sports Podcast. I was like, bro, you got CDS literally in your name, man. Like, oh my God, this is so hilarious. God, so damn funny. But yeah, man, Lions, it was disappointing coming from that fan base and that team. But hey, kudos to their coach. That dude's a stand-up guy, man. And I like that coach. And I like that team, man. Like I like Jahmyr Gibb. Like I think they're I like Dave Montgomery, man. St. Brown's a hell of a player. That's a good team, man. Like that was really like one of the most encouraging things was not how good the Chiefs looked and how comfortable the margin of victory was. It was against a really, really solid, a really, really good football team.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I
didn't hear anybody say that that's what they did, but I assume that what they're doing is they're going, I don't think he got set. Did you see him get set? And they're like, no, he definitely, it's like, oh, well, did he touch the center? It's like, yeah, he went under center. Like, so I think that's probably what they're doing in that conference. And, but look, dude, like the important thing is like, they got the call right. You know what I mean? Like, Tony Dungy was saying that he was watching them practice that play. And he's watching it, and he's like, I guess they changed that rule since I was a coach. You know what I mean? Like, because like that's illegal to do that, and it's like no, they just weren't aware of the rule. They didn't set it up for this. For the play.
That's where you got to like recognize what the Chiefs do with trick plays, right? The amount of trick plays that they do, the different formations that they run it. And like just the different guys in motion.
Week before, like they throw the flag, and every Chief is running up there. No, we get 1 yard.
Yeah. We know the rules, right? Yeah,
that's the difference between knowing the rules and not knowing the rules. And Lions were trying to be a little too sneaky and a little too slick, and they got caught up, and it tripped them up. And then
speaking of weird rules, did you guys see that double play?
Oh
where almost a grand slam,
game. Right? Yeah. That was weird.
Oh yeah.
It was one of the wildest plays I've seen in a long time. But sorry,
oh no, you're good. Yeah, no, it was a wild, crazy play. But
the dude where he caught it off the wall, made the throw off run to the catcher right away, right?
Yeah.
That's
but none of the runners were running because they like thought he caught it.
Yeah, so it was like a forced out.
The catcher ran to third base and forced out at third, so he got like a double play instead of a grand slam. Yeah,
no, that was a.
You think you're getting 4 runs? The inning's over.
Yeah, no. You're gonna get 0 runs, and you're gonna like it. Yeah, but Lions fans, you're gonna be all right. You got a good team, and you got a good coach. And you got a tough matchup against Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers this weekend, missing now another secondary player because he decided he wasn't going to take it no more, and he wasn't going to get bullied, so he decided to punch Juju Smith-Schuster after the game for some reason.
It was such a cheap shot, man.
He taunted him. Patrick Mahomes taunted the guy in the end zone. I was like, he spun the ball, right? I don't.
Look, if you watch that play, Branch dude hooked Mahomes as he was running off to the side, hooked him, right? And so give him the little shoulder bump. So Mahomes, yeah. What are you're going to respond to that, right? What are you talking about?
Look,
you bullying him? You just shouldered the quarterback.
Think Juju was walking up there in total good faith and being like, "Hey, man, I really love and respect you as a player, but still, you just." And I'm also surprised he got suspended because he didn't have his fist closed when he hit him in the face, because we were told that when you open palm him that you don't get kicked out of the game or
the Kelsey slap, right?
Yeah. Right. So I was really surprised.
But that was during the game, Nick. That wasn't after the game.
That's right.
There's the difference.
I love how they're the refs were nowhere around, and then you see it. They're four of them are standing right 10 feet away from the whole thing. You're like,
Wouldn't it be funny if they threw a flag after the game was over?
Oh god, that was so funny.
But
there might have, City of Detroit might have lost power. Might have been a meltdown. Anarchy may have ensued in City of Detroit if that was the case. Real quick before we get out of here, with the Chiefs winning, man, the Bills, they have completely squandered an easy schedule and a slow start by the Chiefs and the Ravens. The 1 seed, which we've talked about the last couple of weeks with the Chiefs starting 0-2 and 2-3, it's back in play right now, isn't it? You're probably have to go beat the Bills most likely to get that, but right now the Colts are the 1 seed, and listen, man, I don't want to disrespect the Colts, and they've got some good players, and Daniel Jones looks like he's found something, maybe a better fit, some greener grass there in Indianapolis, and Jonathan Taylor is. Gosh, every time I watch that guy's highlight things, I just think about him being he should be in a Chiefs uniform.
Really should, yeah.
But the Colts, they beat up on some not as good competition, and I'm still going to need to see more before I buy in on Daniel Jones as a top quarterback in the NFL or the AFC. Bo, we talked about it before. We thought the 1 seed was maybe starting to look like, if not already, a kind of a pipe dream a couple weeks ago. The Bills, they've stumbled and fallen back-to-back games. They could have, should have, would have lost to the Ravens almost, right? If it wasn't for a miracle fumble at the end of the game. They're not leading their division either. The Patriots first place in the AFC East. 1 seeds are looking a lot more possible right now than it was a few weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly. And you kind of mentioned it. Unless the Colts are a team, right? Which I feel like there's a reason they're flying under the radar, having the best record in football. It's because it's just everybody's just kind of we don't really.
Daniel Jones, man, I just
Well, I think it's hard to say on First Things First. He's on pumpkin watch.
Yeah,
exactly right. I think everybody has that feeling. Just proof's got to be in the pudding with that team until they're really dominant over a lot more teams. I don't know, but it's wild. Yeah, now we're worried about the Broncos, and so, you know what I mean? And the teams that we thought we were going to have to worry about, they're kind of sliding off.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
No, I'm not. I know. I mean, just more or less on the road to the 1 seed, right? They're more of a contender now than the Ravens would be. Which ask any three of us at the beginning of the season, we did not think that was going to be the case, right?
I picked the
Ravens. I was kind of alluding to this. Seasons aren't the same. Everybody thought the Bills were going to go 14-3, 14-2. Everybody thought they were going to do that. Same with the Ravens and. Different year, man, and it's right there for us. Luckily, the Bills going 0-2 the past 2 weeks, and the Ravens doing what they're doing, and the AFC West kind of hanging around. It's right there for the taking, right? We're stepping up at the right time. I think that we're gonna kind of overtake that position in pretty 2-3 weeks time. You're gonna see people going Chiefs for that 1 seed, right? It's gonna be the betting favorite here pretty soon.
Nick, when we talked about it a few weeks ago. I know you're kind of in the same spot I was in, thinking, man, that not a 0% chance, but wasn't looking good. Yeah. How much more of a possibility? How much better are you feeling about the Chiefs possibly
Dude,
maybe be able
it's
to get that one
definitely in
seed.
play. Yeah, it's definitely in play. We play the Bills still. We play the Colts still. That Jags game, man, it's really unfortunate we didn't pull out that win. But so we play both of those teams. I mean, if you had to bet that Mahomes would beat those teams to get the 1 seed, or that like Daniel Jones was going to hold on and ride it out. I mean, which one would you bet on? And I'd obviously bet on Mahomes. I'm happy for Colts fans that they've been going through it for a few years now, and it seems like finally picking up one of these scrap heap quarterbacks is working out for him. But I just don't think it's like a long term plan for success. I think we saw this with the Vikings last year, right? Where it's like, whoa, it's like, yeah, well, I mean, even if they do get the 1 seed, like I just don't think they're gonna get to the playoffs and do anything. So even if the Chiefs don't get the 1 seed, if they could get where they're positioned in the 2 seed spot, they may still be, getting that home field advantage in the championship game if they can, stay healthy and keep executing. So I feel really good about their chances. I think that, minus the Jags game, the season has really shaped up for them in like a really fortunate way. And it appears that like there's just really no other like complete good teams right now that can, consistently come in and win every week.
Yeah. Yeah. Chiefs Colts at Arrowhead in a week. What is that? Is that week 10 game? I'm trying to think off the top of my head what week that is.
Kevin, he's
for the 1 seed, just like everybody thought before the season
he's saying we're
started.
still cursed against the Colts. I thought we broke that when we beat Andrew Luck.
Yeah, no, that's not a.
They had like people like blessing the field and everything before that game.
Demon was exercised. I know there was the weird fluky loss to the Colts where Chris Jones said something to Matt Ryan that ended up giving him a first down and they ended up winning the game. But yeah, I'll see it when I believe it. That's the words of Patrick Mahomes with the Colts. Maybe they can. Maybe they can hang on and rip off some 14-3 record and get that 1 seed. But listen, if you had told me at the beginning of the year, like, listen, Chiefs are going to be going to Indianapolis in the AFC Championship game and facing Daniel Jones for a trip to the Super Bowl, I probably would have signed up for that. I would have taken that.
Take my money. Where do I sign? Exactly.
Right. Yeah. Let's just go play the game right now. So,
thanks, Kevin. Colts game's week 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you think Patrick Mahomes is going to lose 4 times in a row to the same team? I mean, I don't.
All signs point to no.
Yeah.
Didn't work out for the Bengals.
No, definitely did not work out for the Bengals.
Now I get it. Historically, the Colts, right, and the Chiefs, it's just like they've just been that team that always beats us. But I feel pretty good. I feel really good about the rest of the year. I mean,
oh yeah. That's how could you not, man? After getting the way the team has looked on these that Jaguars game, the Chiefs looked good, man. It was just penalties and the turnover killed them. And
yeah, completely.
They're rolling, man. They're gonna be riding high coming off that game. They were pumped and excited about beating the Lions at home.
Well, I think
little payback,
as
right?
Chiefs fans, we saw the spark, right? And I don't think the rest of the media or the rest of the nation saw because they're just such Chiefs haters right now. But then you saw it this past week. You're like, that's what we were talking about. No penalties. That's what you get right there.
They look like a good team, and they look like they're executing, and they've got a lot of weapons, and they got a defense to go with a really, really good offense and an MVP level quarterback and a Hall of Fame coach. I mean, that's a hell of a combination. There's not too many teams in the league can say they got that going on in their city on their team. So, yeah, man, Raiders Sunday at Arrowhead. Chiefs, they should be able to whoop up on the Raiders, man. Get above 500, be sitting at 4-3. And it'll all be on the table for him at that point. So, looking forward to that game. Looking forward to coming back next week. Really, really want to thank everybody in the chat. Really appreciate you showing up.
Thanks for stopping by, everyone.
The show. Make
John
sure you
C, my man. Burgers next week, my buddy.
Let's do it. Make sure you click like and subscribe. Really helps out the channel. We'd really appreciate it. We'll be back next Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Hopefully talking about the Chiefs being back above 500 for the first time of the year and a beatdown of the loss of Vegas Raiders. Until next week, let's go Chiefs.
All right, let's go Chiefs.